What's up, everybody? Guess what we're doing today? You should already know when you see this what that means. So, bigger heat exchanger, and then this is the secondary heat exchanger. Some more hoses, and then Souvenir finally got these in stock. So as you guys know, one of mine actually fell off, so it's missing, and then this other one's just destroyed. So we're gonna go ahead and replace them. I can't find these because I don't want to buy both of them. I just need the one, but whatever. So first things first, this bumper needs to come off. Secondary heat exchanger sits here. You gotta remove this, and then that one's coming off. Cool. Okay, quick update, bumper's off. Now this is for sure the stock intercooler, or the stock heat exchanger for the intercooler, because every aftermarket one ends up mounting up here, so you have to bolt it up here. But with this one, it's originally mounted down here, and there's no markings anywhere that says, you know, whether it's VRP or FTP or whatever. But so yeah, I guess I was wrong when I originally thought this was aftermarket. It's not. It's definitely original. So we got to figure that out, figure out where I'm gonna mount this thing. I think this is the trans cooler, and then I also have a new old Bosch 010 pump to change now. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, got to drain the coolant, which shouldn't be that much, honestly. Como şu pozunu buraya. Нека да го такова, го надушим то частиче още нещо. А? Да. Original one's out. Did its job, but not good enough. I mean, look at that size difference. Yeah, that's pretty big. Now we just gotta put it in, because you have to drill holes into your bumper guard. You have to drill holes in the bumper guard to mount it. Then we gotta figure out where we're gonna mount this shit. I think this is the trans cooler, but I guess we'll find out. So to mount the new VRP heat exchanger, you actually have to drill holes into the crash bar, because that's how it's designed.
На пандата вика. Хлоп, хлоп, две вика. Прави така пандата, вика хлоп, хлоп, две бате. Двойка. Ти записваш ли?
Да.
О, шет. Нали без звук?
Звука кой?
Пак, издарява страна. Да видим го.
Не.
Това? Знаеш ли къде?
Не.
Чакай! О!
Now you can go out and buy a heat exchanger that directly mounts like the original one does, in terms of like that, and it's PLM, but I don't, from what I've heard online, I think these are actually bigger, thus cools more and holds more coolant. So whatever cools better in the hot. So yeah. So we drilled the holes here. This can mark them from the heat exchanger, and we're gonna put them on through these self-tapping basically rivets. The bolt goes straight into it, and it's clean, professional install. Because other people, I've seen some stuff on the forums, people say bullshit like you just do like self-tapping screws or whatnot, which could work, but then I've seen some really stupid shit like people saying zip ties, and I'm not gonna zip tie a heat exchanger onto my crash bar. That's just stupid. But so before you can install the actual heat exchanger, I got a secondary heat exchanger. So this one specifically is supposed to fit behind the reinforcement bar, or whatever the fuck crash bar you want to call it. The problem is it doesn't fit right. So you got to do some Bulgarian magic. You got to cut the reinforcement bar to make it fit. Otherwise, they do sell kits you can relocate the power steering lines. That's a whole bunch of bullshit, and I don't want to deal with that. So we're gonna cut it to where it fits, because as you can see, it can't sit because of that thing that's protruding from the crash bar in the back. So we'll get back when we cut it. Okay, update. So we didn't have to really cut much. This thing was like glued on. So as you guys can see, it was glued on. So now it should fit without any problem. I mean, who needs a crash bar anyways? Who cares, right? Fuck it. Let's see. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Now it should become a Mustang killer after this. So we'll see. Final mock-up. Seems to be good. We also went ahead and changed the pump because, I don't know, this is the Bosch 010 pump. I've had it for almost a year now. I bought it last year when I did the split cooling system, never installed it. but finally installed it. And this is the final mock-up of the dual heat exchanger. So the way it works is it goes directly from you have the hot coolant coming from supercharger in the cooler coming through here in the pump. It goes from the pump straight up here into the secondary heat exchanger, goes around, comes down. We looped it around, made with some T's, made it look good, 90 degrees, goes all the way around, and it comes straight back into here. You guys can see it loops around, another little T right there, and it comes into the secondary heat exchanger, or not the secondary, excuse me, the VRP V2 heat exchanger, goes through it, cools off, and comes out, and goes back straight into the intercooler. And it kills Mustangs, because now it should be cool as shit. So we're gonna test it once we put the bumper back on, bleed the system, and we're gonna go drive it and see. We just hooked this back up. It's mounted up pretty good, looks good. So we should be good to go. Time to just put the bumper back on. All right. Okay, so finally, to close out this video, which has been about 2 weeks in the making, because I was waiting on VRP to send me the code, but what we've done is, as you guys saw in the video, the whole front end came off basically the bumper, and I apologize for this wind, it's horrible, but VRP secondary heat exchanger, when you touch it, cool to the touch, not hot. Then you also have down here, we have the actual heat exchanger, but it's the V2 by VRP, so it's bigger, because I thought originally my car had a modified one, but it was actually the original one. Somebody had just spray painted AMG on it, so, you know, stupid, but looks absolutely awesome. I'm glad that now the car actually cools off, and here in Vegas it's pretty nice. It's about, I want to say low 90s. You know, this morning was in the 80s, and now when you get on it, you know, the temps stay in about the 90s, maybe, yeah, about 90s, maybe a little bit lower. So it's pretty good. Like, it actually made a difference, and the recovery times between each pull, it's instant. Like, you floor it, you know, you do your thing, you kind of let it cool off a little bit, maybe 5 seconds, and you're ready to go again. It's actually crazy. So I'm really happy with the product. I love it. I think it's great. And I guess we'll just, from here, the only thing left to go is maybe crazier. You know, I'm still deciding whether I'm gonna do a killer chiller, or somebody mentioned inner chiller, because with the killer chiller, apparently the AC starts working a little weird, and I need AC because here in the summer it gets like 115, so I don't want to sacrifice that. But with this thing, you know, when we go crazier blower, like bigger blower and all that, at that point I'll probably have something else to daily drive, so then I'll probably go with the chiller system. But I'm honestly really happy with this. So for cooling mods, just to go over, split cooling system, we have now the bigger heat exchanger and then a secondary heat exchanger, so works great. You guys saw how it's all looped. It's actually pretty easy to do. There are some minor things you kind of have to make adjustments on, like the bar itself. You have to cut the crash bar, because it's just weird because of this stuff right here, which is those are I believe the trans cooler lines. So with those, you don't want to dent them or anything. So I just cut the crash bar on the back of it. I mean, who cares? It's, you know, whatever. It's an aluminum crash bar, whatever. So you guys saw how it's all done. Looks great. The car drives great, performs great. And I guess, yeah. Now, if you guys are interested in any of these kind of parts for your car, anything VRP, whether it's, you know, split cooling system, which you should always split the cooling system on the M113s, or you want a bigger heat exchanger or anything, they're actually having a sale right now. This video is filmed on the 17th of September. This weekend, it's about to end, I think, tomorrow or Monday, but they're having a sale on a lot of stuff. So if you're looking for bigger throttle bodies or anything, definitely check them out. I really appreciate, you know, the parts that I got, and they're great. But if you guys are interested in anything, use my code down below. I'll put it in the description, you can see it. Use code EVOGT for 8% off on any parts you want to buy or anything you shop on the website. It's good. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, you know, there's somebody, I don't know who it is, but somebody in the comments is like, I can't believe you use VRP, garbage products. I've never had a problem. I've been really satisfied with all the VRP products I've ever bought. The split cooling system, everything. I'm very happy with all the parts that the car, you know, has that are VRP. So I've never had a problem. Knock on Mercedes supercharger. Honestly, the car drives and runs great. It's probably going to break down now that I said that, but regardless, like I said, the parts are fantastic, and I'm very happy with the quality. They're very high quality parts. I mean, you can see all the welding is done very well. And so, like I said, if you were looking for any kind of parts off your car, they're having a sale this weekend. Check it out and use my code. I'll put it down below in the description if you want to, you know, if, by some chance you want to just copy and paste. But thank you guys all so much for watching, and stick around because there's a lot more things coming to this thing. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.